What if I told you that the smartest move in any game, be it life, business, or relationships, is to let the other person think you're clueless? It sounds counterintuitive, right? But here's the twist. By playing dumb, you can gain the ultimate advantage. While they bask in their false sense of superiority, you're quietly observing, gathering insights, and laying the groundwork for your next big move. This isn't about deception, it's about strategy. Think of it as mental judo, where you use your opponent's confidence and overreach against them. In a world obsessed with being seen as the smartest person in the room, the real power lies in playing the fool. Today, we'll explore how the art of playing dumb can become your secret weapon to outsmart any opponent and emerge victorious, without them even realizing they've been outplayed. Welcome to Lean On Me, your gateway to timeless wisdom. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on life-changing hacks rooted in ancient and modern philosophy. We're on a mission to bring balance, wisdom, and calm to modern life, but we can't do it without your support. Help us grow by sharing these powerful insights with your friends, family, and anyone seeking a path to wisdom and knowledge. Thanks for being part of this journey. Let's begin. How often have you been underestimated because you didn't know something? What if I told you that playing dumb, yes, pretending not to know, might just be the smartest strategy in your arsenal? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating concept of playing dumb. It's not about being foolish. It's about crafting an edge in a world where appearances often matter more than reality. By the end of this video, you'll discover how this tactic can help you win arguments, negotiate better deals, and leave your opponents wondering, what just happened? Because here's the twist, when you play dumb, they never see it coming. And don't worry, I'll also reveal a crucial mistake to avoid when using this tactic. Because let's face it, misusing it can backfire spectacularly. Let's start with a simple question. Why do people underestimate others? Most of the time, we're wired to judge quickly. We equate intelligence with confidence and overlook the quiet thinkers. And when someone appears clueless or uninformed, we drop our guard. But here's the kicker. When you drop your guard, you expose your strategy, your intentions, your weaknesses. And that's where playing dumb becomes an art form. Think about the Trojan horse. The Greeks appeared to surrender, leaving behind what seemed to be a harmless gift. The Trojans celebrated their victory, brought the horse inside their city, and, well, you know what happened next. Playing dumb is your secret weapon, a modern-day Trojan horse in the battlefield of wits. You let them believe they hold all the cards, basking in their false sense of control, while you quietly study their every move, sharpen your strategy, and wait for the perfect moment to unleash your masterstroke. Ever been in a situation where someone thought they had you pegged, completely under their thumb, only for you to flip the script with a move so unexpected, it left them stunned? How satisfying was that? Feigning ignorance isn't lying, it's selective communication. You're not revealing all your cards, and that's perfectly okay. Take Albert Einstein. When he was young, his teachers thought he was slow because he spoke late and often appeared lost in thought. But those lost thoughts were him developing theories that would revolutionize physics. He wasn't dumb, he simply didn't feel the need to prove himself in the traditional way. And that made people underestimate him. Feigning ignorance, when done skillfully, is an art form, a subtle yet powerful tool that can turn the tide in social and professional settings. Here's how it works in detail, and why it's far more effective than it seems on the surface. L1. Diffuse tension. Imagine walking into a heated debate or a tense meeting where egos are clashing. By positioning yourself as the calm, clueless observer, you remove yourself from the immediate line of fire. People feel less threatened by someone who doesn't appear to know much. This disarms them, allowing tensions to ease as they focus their energy elsewhere. Better yet, when you ask naive-sounding questions like, "I'm not sure I understand, could you explain that again?" It forces others to pause, reflect, and sometimes even backpedal. The act of explaining can cool tempers, and in the process, they might reveal vulnerabilities or flaws in their arguments. Meanwhile, you've bought yourself breathing room to assess the situation and plan your next move. 2. Gather information. Here's a little secret. People love to feel like the smartest person in the room. When you act like you don't know something, they jump at the chance to educate you. And that's where the magic happens. By pretending to be uninformed, you can encourage others to talk more freely. They'll explain things in detail, sometimes oversharing to prove their intelligence or superiority. This is your goldmine. Every explanation, every little anecdote they share adds to your arsenal of insights. You can learn about their motives, weaknesses, and even their plans, all without revealing a thing about yourself. For example, in a professional setting, asking a senior colleague, "I'm not familiar with how this process works. Could you walk me through it?" might not just get you the details you need, but could also expose inefficiencies or gaps they didn't realize they were revealing. 3. Control the narrative. Here's where playing dumb becomes a true power move. By letting others think they're leading the conversation, you lull them into a false sense of security. They believe they're in charge, steering the ship, but in reality, you're the one quietly charting the course. How? It's all in the questions you ask. Seemingly naive questions can subtly shift the focus of the conversation. For instance, "Oh, that's interesting. How did you come up with that solution? What do you think the next step should be? I didn't realize that was such a big challenge. How do you plan to tackle it?" These questions make it seem like you're deferring to their expertise, but they can steer the dialogue in a way that benefits you. Whether it's guiding a negotiation, uncovering hidden agendas, or nudging someone toward a conclusion you want, you maintain control without them even realizing it. Quick pause. If you're finding this video helpful, why not share it with someone who could benefit too? A simple recommendation from you means more than anything and helps our community grow. Feigning ignorance works because it plays on human nature. People are hardwired to seek validation and crave dominance in conversations. When you remove yourself as a perceived threat, they lower their guard. They feel safe, confident, and in control, giving you the perfect opportunity to subtly shift the dynamics. It's not about deception for its own sake. It's about gaining perspective and influence without confrontation. By appearing to know less, you ultimately end up knowing and controlling more. So, the next time you're in a tricky situation, ask yourself, what could I gain by playing the part of the uninformed observer? Chances are that the answer is everything you need. Ever been in a meeting where someone explained something to you as if you were a total newbie? Did you let them? Why? Because it's easier to let them think they're in charge while you take mental notes, right? Think of it like playing chess with a friend who thinks you don't know the rules. You're like, "Wait, the horse moves in an L shape? Interesting." Meanwhile, checkmate is 3 moves away. Where playing dumb shines. 1. Negotiations. Pretend you don't understand the fine print or ask seemingly naive questions. This forces the other party to over-explain, potentially revealing their actual limits or priorities. Example. "Wait, so you're saying this warranty doesn't cover repairs? I'm a little confused. Can you explain that again?" You'd be surprised how often confusion leads to better terms. Have you ever walked out of a deal thinking, "Wow, I can't believe they gave me that much"? Chances are, you didn't push, you pulled them into explaining too much. 2. Conflict resolution. Feigning ignorance can de-escalate arguments. Instead of meeting aggression with aggression, try this. "I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Can you explain why you feel that way?" By doing this, you shift the focus from confrontation to explanation. People cool down when they feel heard. Problem solving. Sometimes acting like you don't know the answer encourages others to step up. This is especially useful in leadership. By not knowing, you create space for others to shine, fostering teamwork and innovation. Imagine being a teacher. If you pretend you don't know the solution to a problem, your students might work harder to figure it out. The same applies in workplaces. Your ignorance inspires action. The crucial mistake to avoid. Here's the thing. Playing dumb is a tool, not a lifestyle. Overuse it, and people may genuinely think you're clueless. Worse, they may lose respect for you. Use this tactic sparingly and strategically. It's like seasoning. A little goes a long way. And remember, timing is everything. Know when to switch gears and reveal your brilliance. You don't want to be the person who plays dumb so well that no one asks for your input when it actually matters. Balance is key. Have you ever gone too far with a joke or a strategy and thought, maybe I should have dialed it back a bit? Yeah, we've all been there. Mastering the art of playing dumb is like holding the ultimate ace in your hand without ever tipping off your opponent. It's not just a clever tactic, it's a mindset that allows you to navigate life's social and professional battlefields with precision and grace. Here's the real reward. You gain control without appearing controlling. You influence people and situations without the heavy-handedness that might put others on guard. You win battles without spilling a single drop of sweat. No aggression, no unnecessary confrontations, just quiet, calculated victories. Let's make one thing clear. Playing dumb isn't about being dishonest. It's about being strategic. It's about recognizing that the loudest voice in the room isn't always the one that holds the most power. Sometimes, the quiet observer, calm, seemingly oblivious, ends up steering the entire ship. Think of it this way. There's immense power in knowing when to retreat so you can regroup, in stepping back so you can leap forward with purpose. Playing dumb is the art of letting others make their moves, overplay their hand, or reveal their weaknesses while you patiently wait for the right moment to act. If you've ever watched Aikido, a Japanese martial art, you'll know it's not about overpowering your opponent. Instead, it's about using their own energy and momentum against them. And that's exactly what playing dumb achieves. When someone assumes you're naive or uninformed, they're likely to drop their guard. Their confidence in their perceived superiority becomes their greatest vulnerability. You're no longer fighting against their energy, you're redirecting it to your advantage. They brag, you take notes. They underestimate you, you observe their blind spots. They try to dominate the conversation, you let them talk themselves into a corner while you gather every piece of useful intel. It's not about trickery, it's about finesse. You're not manipulating, you're managing the flow of the interaction, just like a skilled martial artist redirects a powerful strike. Here's a secret. Being underestimated can be one of your greatest strengths. Why? Because when people don't see you as a threat, they don't prepare for you. They don't expect you to have a plan, let alone one that could outmaneuver theirs. Imagine walking into a negotiation, a heated argument, or even a casual debate. While others come armed with their bravado and egos, you walk in with humility. You ask innocent questions. You let them feel like they're dominating the room. And then, when the time is right, you present your insights, your solutions, your well-thought-out plan, and completely shift the dynamic. They're blindsided, not because you were deceptive, but because you were observant, patient, and strategic. Playing dumb also requires patience, which is its own kind of power. It's about knowing that not every moment calls for action. Sometimes, the smartest move is to sit back, observe, and wait. It's like a chess game. You're not reacting to every single move. You're planning 5 steps ahead. And when you do make your move, it's not loud or brash. It's subtle, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. That's the leap forward, a carefully timed, calculated action that leaves everyone else scrambling to catch up. Why it works in the real world. In social settings, playing dumb allows you to lower the temperature in tense situations. It lets you appear approachable and non-threatening, which draws people in and encourages them to open up. In professional environments, it helps you gather critical information without looking like a competitor. It lets you guide discussions and decisions without ever seeming pushy. In personal relationships, it can create space for empathy and understanding. By holding back your opinions and just listening, you allow others to feel heard and respected, a powerful way to build trust. The real beauty of playing dumb lies in its subtlety. It's a strength that doesn't need to shout. It's influence that doesn't need to demand attention. It's about letting others think they're winning while you quietly orchestrate the entire game. So the next time you're faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, what could I achieve by stepping back? What might I learn by letting someone else take center stage for a moment? You'll find that the rewards are far greater than you'd expect. Playing dumb isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you don't need to flex your power to wield it. It's the mastery of controlling the narrative without anyone even realizing it. And in the end, it's proof that sometimes the most brilliant strategy is to simply appear like you're not playing the game at all. So the next time someone underestimates you, what's your move? Will you play dumb and outsmart them, or let the opportunity slip by? In a world that glorifies boldness and loud victories, playing dumb is the silent art of winning without a fight. It's the Trojan horse of strategy, seemingly harmless, yet devastatingly effective. By letting your opponents believe they have you all figured out, you gain the upper hand without ever tipping them off. When you master this art, you wield a subtle power that's hard to counter. The power to observe without being observed, to guide without appearing forceful, and to outsmart without ever seeming like a threat. So the next time you face a challenge, remember, sometimes the smartest move is to let them think you're not playing the game at all. Because in the end, the greatest victories are the ones they never see coming. Remember, life isn't about proving your worth to everyone. It's about knowing your worth and using it wisely. They'll never see it coming, and that's the beauty of it. Thanks for leaning on me today. Until next time, stay sharp, stay strategic.